You know, one of the major keys to hitting the ball out there a long way is getting both arms extended at the right moment. But this is a lot easier said than done, and a lot of golfers lose out on missing long drives because they are completely unable to get the arms extended at any point during the downswing. So I'm going to give you a few keys to work on this if you find that you're got the chicken wing or you're pulling on it, bending the arms too much coming into the ball. So stay tuned. Hey, this is Steve with HitItLonger.com. I continue my journey to hit the ball longer and straighter than ever before, because that's just what makes golf fun. If you agree you'd like to get a few more yards this season, then by all means join me. Hit the subscribe button and support the channel by hitting the like and leaving a comment down below. Okay, so ideally we want to reach its fastest point. If there was no ball in the way to collide with, that fastest point of a golf swing would be approximately here, 30 inches out in front of the ball. Now this is the only moment in the golf swing where both arms should be completely extended. This would give us our fastest speed because we have the longest possible lever. See, during the backswing, you're folding the right arm. Then during anywhere past 30 inches, you're folding the left arm in order to make the club continue to circle around you. So this is the only point where both arms are straight. It's the longest lever, therefore it's going to be the fastest moment. The moment of impact, if there is a ball in the way, sure, your fastest point is going to be a 1/16 of an inch from hitting the ball, because the ball is going to cause the club head to slow down by about 1/3. In other words, 100 miles an hour, 1/100th of an inch before impact is going to turn into 66 miles an hour 1 inch after impact. Now, a big issue for so many golfers is they lose out on this top speed right at this point and this acceleration through the ball, because they never do get this long lever. But instead we see a lot of golfers look like this post-impact. Both elbows are bent like this. Therefore we're shortening the lever quite a bit, and we can never quite get that final top speed at the moment of impact and beyond that we'd really like. Now take a look up here in the corner as I show videos. A couple of my current students who've had this problem, as when they came to me, their arms were very bent post-impact, a lot of pulling in, a lot of chicken winging. And as we've worked on the problem, over the months have gone by God, their speeds have gotten progressively faster. In one case, up to 15 miles an hour more clubhead speed. Okay, now fixing this issue is a little bit more complex than at first glance. You see, the simple way you would think would be to just, hey, I'm just gonna make my arms really straight right here, and I'll just practice doing that. The problem with this is you're gonna do it with rigidity, and that's not the way that the arms are in a good golf swing. There's no rigidity here, it's complete relaxation. So how is it that arms can be completely relaxed and yet acting like a rigid bar? This is when there is outwards force pulling on them. So there's three ways that we're going to get those arms straighter without trying to just force it like an iron bar. So the first way is to get the torso turning faster. Most golfers out there that struggle with the shorted arms or the bent elbows through the impact zone simply don't rotate the torso fast enough or at all. This does not create a lot of outward seeking pull acting on the arms. For example, if I let my arms, I don't like doing this anymore, this used to be fun as a kid, if I let my arms just flap at my sides, and if I spin slowly, well, you don't see much effect on the arms, but as I increase the spin, you see that my arms start to take off. They start to get pulled outwards pulling force as I spin faster. See the same kind of thing like in ice skating too. Let me get my balance again. So I like to use the swoosh stick here to encourage people to get their torsos turning faster by having them swoosh out in front. So it would just be, and turn and swoosh out in front, swoosh out in front. Intention to swoosh more towards the target with this swoosh stick, it's going to almost force you to have to turn your chest out in front of that swoosh in order to locate the swoosh in the right place. This is going to help you speed up the torso and not have it quit or slow down before your club has reached the ball. Now, the second way you're going to get your arms fully extended just post-impact is to make sure you're throwing the club head outwards away from your sternum as you start down the swing. If you start with any kind of pulling motion, like you're going to pull the club at the ball or harpoon a whale, something like that, then you're going to be more of this bent elbow look. But if you can take this club head and throw it out away from your chest into space with some force, well, then what happens is, see, the muscle action is a burst. There's a quick burst and then there's a relaxation. And once your arms get relaxed, the club head is then going to start pulling on them. That's the outward seeking force of the turn multiplied by the outwards throw of the club head out to the rim of the circle away from your chest, that is going to exponentially increase the outward seeking pull on your arm. Now, last but not least, we've got to make sure that we're hitting with supple arms, arms that feel like they're just dangling from the shoulder socket at a dress. If you squeeze the grip too tight, it tends to work its way all the way up into the shoulders, and you tend to get tight biceps, tend to get tight back and shoulders, and it often leads to pulling more than throwing. So let's ease up on the grip tension, get it light enough to where it starts to feel heavy. Even a light driver head with a very light shaft, if you grip it light enough, soft enough, it'll start to feel like an anvil. Let's see if we can maintain that suppleness, relaxation of the arms throughout the swing. That way the outward seeking force will pull on them and they're not trying to pull back. All right, let's take a look at one more drive. We'll slow it down so you can see that my arms are going to be straightening about 30 inches past the ball. Let's take a look. And you can see from the replay that at the key moment, one click of the camera past impact, that absolutely both arms were really extended. In fact, I feel like both shoulders are kind of being pulled into the swing, that the outwards force is winning the race, the tug of war, by so much. I'm trying not to pull inwards. I'm trying to relax and allow the club to be pulled out away from me as I extend out into space. All right, so hey, so if you're one of these pullers, handle pullers, chicken wingers, short hitters, slicers, video yourself and see if your arms don't look like this post-impact. It really is a bad way, a good way to wreck your distance, a bad way to swing. Try my 3 tips on how to get the arms extended so that you can get the greatest amount of club head speed for the least amount of effort. Hey, thanks again for watching. I'm Steve, and as usual, I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody take good care.